It was a normal day. I was scrolling on my laptop and then I saw these guitars.
I've got to make a video about this.
Yes, in today's video we're going to be having a look at the Epiphone Widow leak. There's a couple of photos that have been surfacing online of some pretty killer looking Epiphone Les Paul customs. And if you guys know me, you know I love the Gibson Widow series. I personally own a Green Widow and I love it. So in today's video, we're going to chat about it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury show machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley, and today we have a little bit of a different video for you. We're going to be investigating this Epiphone leak of some supposed Epiphone Widow guitars. If you don't know already, Widow guitars originally were in the Gibson series, and it was basically a term used when coloured lacquer went over all of the guitar. They basically didn't scrape the binding, so if you had a green Widow, like this one that we've got here, which is very beautiful, you'd have the colour over the binding, as well as the top, the back, it's all over. So you basically pick the guitar and that is the colour all over. I personally own a Green Widow Les Paul Custom from 2012. It's one of the original runs with the rosewood fingerboard. In my opinion, it's one of the coolest looking guitars that Gibson have ever made. Back in the 2010s period, they were very rare, starting with the Black Widow series, which was like a red colour. You would then have like the Cobra Burst, which I guess technically isn't like a Widow looking guitar, but they were kind of experimenting with these one-off guitars made by Sam Ash. And they were very exclusive and very limited at the time. Obviously now, the Widow has been kind of done to death. You know, you can get them in the mod shop, you can get them in the made to measure program. You can see them a lot. They're not as rare as they used to be. They used to be some of the rarest Gibson guitars ever made, but they are quite popular now and there's a lot of models out there. Which obviously makes them slightly less cool because they're less rare, but they still have that very menacing charm that they did when they were first released. So in this Epiphone leak, I've got the listing kind of up on my laptop here. It seems that there's 4 colours being released. We have a red, an orange, a purple, and like a yellow amber type colour. Personally speaking, I would have gone for the green, as I think is obviously that's my favourite colour, but also it just is the most iconic one in my opinion. And also blue. You see a lot of the blue Widows in the Gibson series. I do think this is a very interesting choice by Epiphone. Hopefully it's not just a limited run for the Asia market and it does make it over here in the UK and the US as well. Obviously Epiphone is made in China, and so yeah, hopefully we get some of them here in the UK. So they're either going to go one of 2 ways with these guitars. They're either going to fit them with the kind of standard Epiphone electronics, so that'll be a lot cheaper, or they're going to fit the Gibson custom electronics and make them a lot more expensive, probably into that £1,000 mark. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Whilst editing this video, I found a video from Jam Crew Music Studio, and they've actually got a video of these new Epiphone Widows, and you can see in the corner there, it says that they're fitted with the Epiphone Pro Bucker 2 and 3 pickups, so they won't feature Gibson custom electronics, not the 490R, 498T, so hopefully they will be a little bit cheaper price than expected.
Whilst making this video, I've also just seen some videos from Jam Crew Music Studio here on YouTube, and they have actual video footage of these Epiphones, so let's take a look now. So they look very high-end for an Epiphone indeed. They actually have a very similar finish to the custom shop ones that we get in here at the shop. You can see there they have the new Epiphone headstock as well as the split diamond inlay. What I really like is that they have the translucent backs just like the custom shop ones that we get here at the shop. They've still got the Grover tuners and these are handcrafted in China. They're also going for that newer Epiphone headstock with the open book headstock design just like Gibson. It's a very cool looking headstock indeed. The only problem I have with it is the free screw Les Paul custom kind of truss rod cover. It looks a little bit wrong in my opinion. But it looks like they've gone for a mahogany back, mahogany body, like an ebony fingerboard. You've got 5 pliers of binding on the back, 7 pliers on the top. You've got a flames maple top. It's probably a veneer on these guitars. But it's a very cool recreation of a Widow. My only problem is that they fitted the pick guard, which in my opinion, you should scrap the pick guard, have more of that flame top on display because it's so damn beautiful. So now that we've seen these videos on YouTube, it's safe to say that this is definitely going to be a run that's going to happen. Obviously, the real question is when will these be available to purchase? And obviously, at the time of filming, we don't know. We don't actually have any intel on these guitars. We're just reporting the story as we see it online. But this is definitely a very interesting topic indeed, and I'd love to get an Epiphone Widow in to show you guys in person. This is definitely a very clever move from Epiphone. However, I do think they should have done a green and a blue one as well, but you never know, they might do another release. So obviously this new release from Epiphone is very, very exciting indeed, but we do have a full fat Gibbo one to show you today. So let's get it out of the case and let me show you what the original Widows look like.
So as you can see, I've got the case all lined up here on the sofa. These come in these kind of 60s style cases now with the yellow interior. So obviously what sleeps inside is a beautiful Gibson Green Widow in a green finish. As I was mentioning earlier, this is a made-to-measure equivalent, so you do have a cool kind of translucent back, which you should be able to see in the light there, and we get the Gibson custom medallion. So yeah, you have to be a big fan of green lacquer if you're going to get one of these guitars. These guitars all come with a COA, so let's grab it out of the little pocket here. So we obviously get a pick guard that you can optionally put on the guitar. I know the Epiphones are coming with a pick guard installed, and inside here you can see it says Les Paul Custom Figured. Essentially, these guitars are very similar to the Les Paul Custom that we reviewed the other day, the walnut one. It's basically just a maple-topped mahogany body Les Paul Custom, but with a cool finish on it. Ebony fingerboard, mother of pearl inlays. It's very nice indeed.
So the Widow that we have in stock today is a made-to-measure green Widow. It has a beautiful two-piece flame maple top, and it also has that same translucent finish on the back, so you can see the mahogany wood grain. We have an ebony fingerboard, pretty much a similar construction to this Epiphone, I assume. Obviously, we have the 490R, 498T humbuckers in this one, which are really, high output, got a really nice screaming tone to them. It's a Les Paul Custom. It's made very, very well indeed.
So I guess we better plug it in and see how she sounds.
So of course today we're talking about the Epiphone leak of the Widows, but this is a good kind of representation of what they should look like. Obviously this is the kind of full fat Gibson custom version, so unfortunately the Epiphone's never going to get close to the beauty of this guitar. Obviously the kind of the headstock of this guitar is iconic with that open book design, the full fat kind of Gibson look. But yeah, I thought I'd give you some tones anyway. Obviously in the intro of today's video I played Welcome to Buckethead Land, iconic riff. So I'll do a few shreds on this guitar just to give you the idea of what they sound. These aren't my favourite pickups from Gibson. These are 490R, 498T. I'm not a massive fan of how they sound, but they still sound pretty cool. I've got a Kemper profile rig set up. It's a Marshall JCM 800 profile. So let's hear that riff again. This guitar sounds incredible. Obviously it's a Les Paul Custom, so you can do all that kind of Randy Rhoads, Zakk Wylde, Buckethead stuff on this, and it sounds incredible. So let's hear a little bit of Zakk Wylde. Now let's hear some clean tones. I've just switched to the AC30 preset. Let's hear the neck pickup.
definitely new strings on this guitar, so sorry for slight tuning inaccuracies in today's video. But obviously, it's a Gibson Les Paul custom at the end of the day. You guys know what this guitar does. It sounds incredible, and hopefully the Epiphones are just as good. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. What do you think about this Epiphone leak? Do you like the look of these guitars, or do you think they're gaudy? Let me know in the comment section below. I personally am very excited to get my hands on one of these Epiphone Les Paul customs. Epiphone have really stepped up their game recently. Their new guitars are playing amazingly, and they're really competitive for the price. Obviously, I remember my first guitar was a Epiphone 335 Dot, and I have to say, the guitars that they're producing now are way better than that guitar that I got. Yes, they're more expensive now, but they're still very affordable for the amount of guitar that you're getting. So I'm very excited indeed to check out one of these Epiphone Widows indeed. But if you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like rating. It really helps us build engagement on these videos, which means bigger and better demos for you. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and turn on the notification bell to be notified when we make a new post. And most importantly, let's have a little debate in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of these Epiphone Widows. Do you think they will get released? Do you think they'll be limited to Asia? Let me know in the comment section below. But thank you so much for checking out this Squealing Pig Guitars video, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.